What the hell is legacy anyway? Wh- Why do people laud legacy like it's something to be proud of? What the hell is there to be proud of? Legacy. What are you passing on that's so important? So, even for the religious people, aren't you leaving all this behind? Shouldn't you enter your kingdom of heaven with nothing? I really don't understand how you can reconcile owning anything more than basic needs, obviously, as a Christian. It's it's actually really ironic how these are the most superficial people I've ever seen. So, unfortunately, I hear legacy used as a common cope for people who need to justify their pro-life nature or to bring new lives here. So, of course, let's just talk about the official definition. Okay, legacy, it's a gift, something given to us, especially money or personal property. In a general sense, it's what we've received from our ancestors or predecessors. It's our mark on the world for whatever comes next. First of all, don't ever let them tell you life is a gift. A gift, it's something given which can be rejected or returned. You cannot turn down your existence. You were brought here by force. You can't just return that gift. Even if you return the gift, you have to do this by jumping through, I don't know, various barbed wire fences and get mauled by a pack of vicious dogs on the way out. Life, it's about as much a gift as taking a coma patient, right? You take them, you kidnap their body, you drag them out to deathly waters, plunging and keel-hauling this unconscious person in freezing Arctic waters. And then when they wake up, you throw a fraying rope to them, telling them you're offering a gift to them, else they become fish food. So the legacy in this situation might be the rope, or it could even be the boat. Most of us won't even get that, though. You'll probably end up on a shitty raft that'll get thrown around in a few storms on the way back to, I don't know, wherever the fuck you're supposed to go. So the average person won't have any legacies, especially not this generation. What kind of legacy are you going to leave behind? A fucked up world that we're poisoning right now, that we're killing? Your legacy is going to be poisoning them. After, of course, you give them a car or something. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be really happy that you brought them into this world just so you can give them a car, just so they can get to their 9 to 5 job faster. I'm absolutely sure they'll be delighted to hear you left them a little something, just so they can make bigger profit margins for people, who are already bloated and wasteful. I heard Bezos needs another boat, guys. So I'll give you an example, because I'm real. All right, this is one of the people who told me he wants to leave a legacy, but maybe not anymore. So I have a friend. He woke up to a real tragedy, and as it turned out, his brother had discovered his girlfriend being disloyal, I guess, more or less. And he was always kind of depressed, but this one really put him over the edge. So yeah, he decided to take his life after taking his girl's life. So it's, this is legacy, guys. So both the families are devastated. And this is years ago, by the way. All of them are still depressed. That's not even including the extended family where it ripples to. So in just a few seconds of decisive action, a whole group of people's lives turned for the worst. So for a million good moments, there's just that to just rip it all away. This is the kind of legacy you leave behind, where no matter what you do, you build a castle, you fortify your walls, you man the turrets, you arm your people, you tighten your security, you get your little trebuchets ready, and you even send out your best spies, but you don't see the enemy advancing. You don't see them coming. And then what happens? A plague infiltrates your defenses. It's slowly killing everyone before you can even find a cure. Life is insidious like that. It doesn't give a fuck about your defenses. It doesn't care. It's made to creep and through every crack and eliminate you because it knows you and because it can. That's what life's legacy does. It laughs at our own legacies, the ones that we invent. So this is the only true legacy, life's legacy. Now, I understand that that event is tragic, and a more extreme example, and it doesn't happen to everyone, but we're all going to live through trauma. So just remember that for the layer of icing you see, there is a trauma cake underneath. And I promise you guys, it does not taste good. So the real meat of our lives is spent doing mostly, if not entirely, nothing. That's most of us. So there's no legacy here. There's a legacy of nothing, nothing, and more nothing in between massive amounts of pain, of course. The greatest legacies derive from individuals who fought for rights so people can vote, legacies for ideas, science advancement. Even the most notable legacy holders of all time, which we praise, they've left indelible marks which have caused and still cause massive suffering. So we have Oppenheimer with the atomic bomb. Then, of course, we've decided people like Mother Teresa have deserved a legacy. A pious Christian, and she kept dying people alive and deluded people into believing their suffering was valuable. She told sick people they must suffer like Christ on the cross and reject any treatments. But she went into intensive hospital care the moment she fell ill. She was against protection, even against diseases like HIV. Despicable. All for delusion. That is her sadistic legacy. And then we have modern politicians and the technologies used to exploit and kill. Then we have Napoleon, Attila, Alexander, Khan, and others. We call them great leaders, and I'm aware of the specific meaning here, great, but their legacy is the bloodshed of others. People who killed over land and ideals because the opposing side would do the same. The man with the blue hat beat the man with the red hat. That's the summary. That's the legacy. So whether or not their legacy has made us better or worse, we push the nameless bodies to the side because they have no legacy. They have no story. Their story amounts to another's legacy. Just remember, for every great person with a great legacy, there's an army behind them that will never express their own legacies. Is that really so great? And okay, now let's think. Okay, the really good legacy holders. Of course, we had a few great ones. Curie, MLK, Da Vinci, Descartes, Shakespeare, Newton, and the lot. Oh, that's only a handful of influential people who've increased the value of our lives. But over 100 billion people have ever lived. About 117, I believe. So what are their legacies? They must not be important if we don't know of any of them. But all the experiences they had are summed up as dust. So the big names, what could be more respectable than giving the future a means to live better quality lives, to reduce suffering? But if you never had the gift, quote, bunny ears here, the gift of life, you wouldn't need their influence. You wouldn't need their peace, their poetry, their writing. You wouldn't need their medicine, their music, their designs, their motivations, their insights, their knowledge, their education. You wouldn't need to improve your lives. You wouldn't need better technology. You wouldn't need someone else to craft you keys to get you out of a prison cell. These legacies are all advanced coping mechanisms. So the normal ones we see are from the optimists are just the normal ones. These are the more advanced ones because they just help us survive. And we have discoveries, that's true, but all of our creations are just derivative. We simply manipulate what's already here. And okay, we certainly stand on the shoulders of giants. There's no doubting that, but non-existent people don't need discoveries. The non-existent don't need to pass on legacies. They're in a perfect state. They don't need to give gifts. You have everything you need. Although, I don't know, it would be kind of nice if we returned back to our non-existent state after death and, I don't know, they had some pie for us in a celebration. Welcome back, you know? Nah, not worth it. Not even that. But you see my issue with legacy here. It's a contention with language as well. So a more apt description would be something like malediction or sickness. You pass it on to others, and you can build an immune system. You can ward it off. You cannot cure terminal illness. There is no cure once you're here. The only cure is to prevent it in the first place. See, you don't need the legacy of those thousands of years before us. You know, from all those people, we don't even know their names. They're too far distant to be influential to us now. And we, even those with the highest honors of legacies, will be forgotten in time. So living for legacy is like living for a patch of dirt. You're living through conclusions. Every future generation that begets another will have suffered the same legacies. So why are we here? Why exist? I've heard a quick rebuttal, which is, why not? Why not exist? Well, it's actually because of legacies, life's legacy. Because your legacy will be a pile of ash. Dusty bones under a stone. Our names will be written in blood, and then they will be swept away by dirt. That is our collective legacy. And beyond that, I do hope everyone has a great day. Goodbye for now.